Marie Magdalene Marlene Dietrich was born on December 27, 1901 on Leberstrasse 65 in the neighborhood of Rotinsel in Schöneberg, now a district of Berlin. She was the younger of two daughters. Her sister Elizabeth was a year older, of Wilhelmina Elisabeth Josephine, née Felsing, and Louis Erich Otto Dietrich, who married in December 1898. Dietrich's mother was from an affluent Berlin family who owned a jewelry and clockmaking firm. Her father was a police lieutenant who died in 1907. His best friend, Edward von Losch, an aristocratic first lieutenant in the Grenadiers, courted Wilhelmina and married her in 1916, but he died soon afterwards from injuries sustained during the First World War. Dietrich's family nicknamed her Lena and Lean. Around age 11, she contracted her two first names to form the name Marlene. Dietrich attended the Auguste Victoria Girls' School from 1907 to 1917 and graduated from the Victoria Louise Schule in 1918. She studied the violin and became interested in theater and poetry as a teenager. Her earliest professional stage appearances were as a chorus girl on tour with Guido Thielser's Girl Cabaret vaudeville-style entertainments, and in Rudolf Nelson revues in Berlin. In 1922, Dietrich auditioned unsuccessfully for theatrical director and impresario Max Reinhardt's Drama Academy. She did not attract any special attention at first. She made her film debut playing a bit part in the film The Little Napoleon, 1923. In 1929, Dietrich landed the breakthrough role of Lola-Lola, a sexy cabaret singer who caused the downfall of a hitherto respectable schoolmaster, played by Emil Jannings, in the UFA Paramount co-production of The Blue Angel, 1930. Joseph von Sternberg directed the film and thereafter took credit for having discovered Dietrich. In 1930, on the strength of The Blue Angel's international success, and with encouragement and promotion from Joseph von Sternberg, who was already established in Hollywood, Dietrich moved to the United States under contract to Paramount Pictures. In Morocco, 1930, Dietrich was again cast as a cabaret singer. The film is best remembered for the sequence in which she performs a song dressed in a man's white tie and kisses another woman, both provocative for the era. The film earned Dietrich her only Academy Award nomination. Extravagant offers lured Dietrich away from Paramount to make her first color film The Garden of Allah, 1936, for independent producer David O. Selznick, 31, for which she received $200,000, and to Britain for Alexander Korda's production, Night Without Armor, 1937, at a salary of $450,000, which made her one of the best-paid film stars. In 1939, with encouragement from Joseph von Sternberg, she accepted producer Joe Pasternak's offer to play against type in her first film in 2 years, that of the cowboy saloon girl, Frenchie, in the Western comedy Destry Rides Again, opposite James Stewart. This was a significantly less well-paid role than she had been accustomed to. In 1937, her entire salary for Night Without Armor, $450,000, was put into escrow to help the refugees. In 1939, she became an American citizen and renounced her German citizenship. In December 1941, the U.S. entered World War II, and Dietrich became one of the first celebrities to help sell war bonds. She toured the U.S. from January 1942 to September 1943, appearing before 250,000 troops on the Pacific coast leg of her tour alone, and was reported to have sold more war bonds than any other star. From the early 1950s until the mid-1970s, Dietrich worked almost exclusively as a highly paid cabaret artist, performing live in large theaters in major cities worldwide. She performed on Broadway twice, in 1967 and 1968, and won a special Tony Award in 1968. In November 1972, I Wish You Love, a version of Dietrich's Broadway show titled An Evening with Marlene Dietrich, was filmed in London. In her 60s and 70s, Dietrich's health declined. She survived cervical cancer in 1965 and suffered from poor circulation in her legs. Dietrich became increasingly dependent on painkillers and alcohol. On May 6, 1992, Dietrich died of renal failure at her flat in Paris at age 90. Her funeral ceremony was conducted at La Madeleine in Paris, a Roman Catholic church on May 14, 1992.